Speaking of content farming, but so yeah, plan for the summer is I'm here till June 4th. I go back to Boston for like 3 days to catch a concert. We got Kid Cudi, and then G Herbo back to back, and then I fly out to South
Are you
Africa.
going to Summer Bash or Smash?
Nah, I wish. It's
Oh,
just
I'm going
it's
to that
like
one.
you saw it.
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah,
so
me and my
tough.
boys got an Airbnb over there in Chicago.
Word. Before I keep talking about my summer, I feel like I should like run introductions. Like I don't know if y'all met Mark before, but this a
Oh,
homie I met. We met I think like only through like IG and whatnot because we were just both making content, I think. I'm not gonna lie, you're muted right now, gang.
brothers in transit, straight muted.
That's bad. My bad.
No
But
boo.
yeah, what's up, y'all boys? My name Mark. I'm from Palm Beach. That's how I know like Jude and them boys. I go to FSU. Um, I run, or in the past, I ran like a business where I was doing drop shipping for a while, and maybe like five figs, and like when I was like 18, and now I'm like trying to build this app. It's like a workout tracker for like each campus, and basically like it gives you pre-made workout campus, and it also shit. Yeah, it gives you pre-made workouts for your campus, and also matches you with like a gym partner. So it's like there's nothing like it out right now, and I just like released it on the App Store like about like a month ago. But yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm in Tallahassee all summer working on the app. I'm meeting with VCs actually at UCF next week, me and some of my team. But yeah, it's a little bit uh about me.
Yes, sir. That's actually so tough. I didn't know about the stuff happened in the summer, but that's tough.
Hell yeah, bro. I actually texted you about it a while ago if you check our DMs.
Oh
It was
shit.
like back in like December. I was like, yo, bro, what do you think of this? And you were like, you put up a board for me and stuff, or something like that. But we didn't like follow through with it.
My bad about that, gang.
No, you're good, bro.
But oh yeah, I guess self intro. I think we all know each other, or y'all know me. But my name's Ruben, junior. I go to MIT. I study mechanical engineering and computer science. And then this summer I'm doing remote research at the Department of Urban Studies and Planning, but then like also bouncing around to South Africa for a continuation of a project with D Lab. And then like in July through August, I'm gonna be in New York mentoring and teaching calculus.
Hey, New York gang, bro, they're running.
What's good, Tari?
Yo, what's up, boys?
That was good, bro.
I'm
But yeah,
good. How you
pretty
doing?
much we're running intros and what you're doing this summer.
Cool, cool, cool.
Uh,
Uh,
Yo, AB, you're up, bro.
Oh, my fault. What's
Yeah.
up? My name is AB. I go to Jacksonville. I'm a first year electrical and computer engineering student. This summer, the plans are I'm gonna be doing research at the West Virginia University with my aunt because she's a PhD student over there. So she's trying to like we're in the process of me getting inside her lab to do astrophysics research over there with her. And other than that, probably just studying and just just chilling.
That's fresh. That's fresh. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm Robel. I am how would I best describe myself? Like intro myself. I'm supposed to be a third year in college. Left college, was like, nah, this dead, bro. Wasn't for me.
He's that
Uh,
guy.
joined a startup. Now I run consulting, and so I have consult for one company in San Francisco database. I build like database products, and then my primary venture is a company called Trestle. We build data infrastructure for government organizations. And yeah, I live in New York. My summer, ball out, raise more money for the company, get more customers, and then hang out with my friends because all my people are in New York now, and it's gonna be fresh. We'll live it up, and it's gonna be awesome.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The thing about New York too is they're paying for my housing and like I got because like and they let me pick the B&B. So I got a spot in like Brooklyn with like a back patio and just
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's
Just know
gonna be
we outside.
fresh, yo, bro. That's that,
Definitely.
bro. Actually, a whole game, bro. Actually, all my
Bro,
boys on
that's
this
why,
team.
because I know I'm gonna barbecue. I'm not gonna lie. I finally stepped into my unk status, bro. I'm throwing cookouts
Yeah,
now, bro. Let me
you'll
get
be
on that
doing
grill
running
again.
cookouts, bro. Run, bro. The whole game's gonna be there. It's gonna be fresh.
Oh, but what about you, Tar?
Okay. Hello, my name's Tari. I'm a 17-year-old high school, secondary school student. And well, my summer was going to be a paid internship with BlackRock. But now I've got moved to next year because I'm under 18, unfortunately. So now my kind of summer plans is to kind of kickstart my gap year. And sorry, one second. My summer plans is kind of kickstart my gap year. I want to take a gap year and travel a lot while I still have time. I really want to work on my startup ideas and actually doing something with my skills. And yeah, maybe look for more internships because well, I've been postponed till next year. But yeah, pretty much not bad. I'll finish my exams in 2 weeks and then I'm done with school for life. That's pretty exciting.
Yes, sir. Wait,
That's
you said they rejected you from the internship because you're too young?
And I didn't get rejected. I got accepted, and then last week I got told I'm 17, and they didn't know I was not going to be able to live with I live in London, so they've moved me till next summer instead. So I still have it. It's just not now, which is unfortunate.
yo. They
But
gotta be the worst at organization for them to like just figure that out.
yeah, I
Like,
know it was crazy. They were like they started apologizing and calling me and telling me that they literally didn't like their system didn't flag that I was under 18. Whereas everyone else in my like kind of like cohort was above 18, so they just assumed I was 18 as well, which is really stupid on their part. But
that's so
not to,
dumb.
yeah, I know it's crazy. But now I've got to look for, I don't know what I want to do. I just want to just try and like, because now I'm taking a gap here and just kind of exploring my options. So yeah,
Yeah, that's OD.
Hold on, my bad. I'm like attention slightly split because I still got the IG thing. I'm about to like end this and then give my full attention over. But all right, y'all. Yeah, I'll stay safe. And now, cool. But I bet intros and then move now is like highs and lows, which I think is like okay, like how have y'all been for like the past goddamn like 6 months? It's been a fat minute. Me for one, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting belt to ass by that semester, which is part of why I ended up stop like the consistency definitely fell off. Um,
yeah,
but overall, bro, was it like March? Yeah, bro. It might have been a while since we had a call. Like I've been bouncing around. I got to see Jamaica, I think since last time we spoke. I was
oh
in
wow,
for a little bit. I went to Texas. No, not to Texas. Where did I go? I went to Gainesville. Yeah, UF was cool. I went to New York for a little bit for like a robotics conference. I threw a concert for Student Events Board. Um, what else did I do? And then yeah, ended off my week or ended off my semester with some projects, and then now I'm back in Florida. And so like low, what was my low? Probably like, damn. Did I have a yeah? No, I definitely did have a low. Oh, I low key was getting fried by this one like project class, my like 212 with Harry Asada, like the robotics class. It was giving me belt up until that final week, but like I've been done with it since like that first week of May, and so like I've kind of forgotten the torture I was under. High being like all the travel I got to do.
wow.
That's fresh. That was fresh as hell. Bro, highs and lows, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I just gotta have straight W's, bro. I've taken no black man take no losses. Yeah, I'm on that like that King Kuna shit, bro. Be on my Kendrick shit, bro. Be like, I don't know if y'all listen to GNX. My favorite song on that shit is "Man in the Garden," bro. Say I deserve it all because it's mine. That's my fucking that's my theme song. I stay winning, but nah. Basically, like, literally just like in New York, kind of low is like, bro, apartment hunting sucks in New York. I don't know, like if y'all have like, bro, doing big city moves is literally just like shit's actually difficult in like ways that you don't expect it to be. But like it's calm. I'll probably get a nice flat come like August, but that's really been like main low. Highs is just like I've been going out more, been partying with the people, bro. All my boys, literally like yeah, like five of my people that I haven't seen in like a year, almost a year plus, are like pulling up to New York for the summer. So that's gonna be awesome. And just like I was on call with one of them earlier today, and so that was fun. Calling my people more. It's been good.
Yes, sir.
Uh, highs and lows over the past couple months. The high is I'm not gonna lie, it's been high ever since the weather got good. Whenever it's good weather, it don't matter what no matter what goes on, like if it's good weather, I'll somehow just be chilling. Like no matter what. But low was I'm not gonna like I do like y'all know I do quarters in my second quarter, so not this one but the one before. Linear algebra was low-key busting my ass. I'm not gonna lie. The final for that was crazy, but I got it over with, so it wasn't bad. Other than that, that's about it.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Highs and lows. I think my lows. I don't know. I think lows. I would say over the past like 3 months would be maybe. Yeah. I think okay. I'll use the gym. Yeah. I'll definitely be going to the gym less simply because of like loads of exams and stuff. And then my highs. I'd say that it's been a pretty good couple of months. Like I've definitely come to be more relaxed, like with everything, and like I have less on my plate, so I'm very much more like happy on a day-to-day basis. I'm also like revising and studying more, and just being able to use my time wisely. And I'm working. I'm still trying to go to the gym, like not as consistently, but I'm still there, and I'm showing my face, I'm showing up. And yeah, just obviously I've kind of stopped going to school, but really just coming for your exams and that's it. But yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, like reading more. I'm trying not to sacrifice anything really with like the exam season in a sense, because usually the 2 years ago when we had exams, it was more like I had to drop everything, and I kind of took them over the top, and it didn't really define me in any way. Whereas now, even though these exams are kind of, I'd say, more important, I've come to see in a different light than I would have maybe 2 years ago, and I'm quite happy with that. I am reading a lot more, which I'm very happy about. And yeah, I've got into my unis. I just want to take a break really with the gap year. So that's kind of my decision making over the past few months, just deciding if I wanted to go to uni or university immediately, or just take that year to decide what I really want to do. So I decided on taking the year, and that's made me much more happy rather than stressing about my plans for university and if I wanted to travel and if I wanted to do this. So yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad to hear that, fam. Because I think like the last time we had talked, you're like in the middle of everything. You're like, bro, I haven't in like 3 days for real, gang.
Yeah, but yeah, and yeah, Arsenal won the league, so I'm very happy about that as well. But yeah,
Hell yeah. Hey, Spurs, no. OKC hate watch completes. Nigga, I'm not gonna lie. So happy, bro. Nigga saving basketball, bro. That's my goat, bro.
I want the New York Knicks to win though, so I don't
Uh,
know.
You say you got the Knicks wing it all?
Yeah, I want them so bad. I need
bro,
like
I wouldn't even be mad at it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like the city, I'm so sad. I'm not gonna be in New York if it does happen, but like, I know they're gonna be so outside, bro. It's good. They're gonna be so lit.
We outside as fuck.
Try yours.
I seen Jalen Williams go back to back to back fouls on Wemby, bro. He goes pump fake, foul. Post up, foul. I'm like, bro, just put. God,
You learn the, bro, you learn the method from Shade, bro. You get sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire, bro. Flop with flop.
bro, Chet Holmgren went 1 for 2. Bro, he caught the ball at the post. He caught the ball at the post. bro, the commentator says go at him. Straight passes it. I'm like, oh my god, bro, he's actually scared.
Bro, Intimidator Hall of Fame, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, like Wemby might have made Chet his y'all
Yeah,
know, know
absolutely.
the rest, bro.
Not the
And
mental thing as well. Like I don't think he's gonna recover from that like mentally. Like,
he
bro,
might be,
these
they
dogs are
might
in
trade him for
every
Giannis immediately.
single time. Genuinely, bro, it's dark. It's dark.
Him or who else? Him and Blue Dort, bro, out of there.
Mm, but yeah.
Wait, Mark, what about you? How's like your past couple months been?
For sure. Let's start with the high. Definitely the school, like FSU, sent me to this like pitch competition to like represent them. So that was huge. I got to bring some of my team members out there. That was amazing. That was a high. That was in like May, I think, or no, April, beginning, end of April. And low, I would say definitely for the past like week and a half, I've been on like, when you're in like a workflow and you're just in reaction mode, you're just doing like next, 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 and you don't have time to really pivot your mind. And it's like you're working more in the business, not
On
on the
the
business.
yes.
Yeah. So it's like that type of thing going on right now. Like right now, I have freaking Clawbot and I freaking like running and I'm trying to get food and I'm running everywhere. And it's just like, oh my gosh.
Nah, I felt that. What's good, David? How you doing, fam?
Good, pretty
Bro,
good. Yeah, I just came back from an event, so I'm a little bit late. I'm also gonna have to hang up in a couple minutes,
you
but
good?
yeah, thanks for continuing these meetings.
No problem. Wait,
Yeah,
which event are you coming from?
I was at like a banquet for a club I'm in, the Solar Racing Club. Um, so that was from like 2 to 5:30.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Wait, so like y'all didn't graduate yet?
no, I did. That was yeah. So it was just after
Congratulations, by the way.
graduation. I'm still like part of the club because we're racing this summer.
Oh shit.
So yeah. Um
You
yeah.
graduated so early. What? When did you
What?
graduate? You graduated
Uh
mad early.
like yeah, really? Like May, was it
Hey, sure.
a week ago? Like was that May 23rd,
Oh, fair enough.
I think.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
American
20,
primary school is mad long. They just be wasting time. I'm not gonna lie. Bullshitting.
Thing is, I think mine's like we graduate June something. No, actually, it might even be July. I don't even know. We get our results back in August, but you don't graduate in August. It's really weird. But we have the summer off from June, so I'd say we graduate in June. So yeah, it's
oh my
Mm.
crazy.
goodness.
There was I was David, I was gonna ask like how's your go-kart project been?
I
Yeah, uh you should probably tell, but I haven't posted in a while. I made the frame though. So I welded up the frame, and so that hasn't been posted. I'll send like a picture in the Discord, I think, when I stop. But but yeah, so I welded up the frame, but then we kind of ran out of money. That's still a recurring issue. Um, so so it's kind of on hold right now until
Word.
we get money. But then but then I mean we have like the entire design like figured out. So once we get the money, then it's just like plugging along to make it.
Okay, word. But oh yeah, and yeah, I don't know if you did already, but if you could give like a quick self intro and then like if you have highs and lows from the past like 6 months or how
Mhm. Mhm. So my name's David. I graduated at high school in Michigan. and I'm going to the University of Michigan to study mechanical engineering. High from the past, like however long it's been, is that I've been like really consistent with working out. And so I'm very proud of myself for that. Low has been, I don't know, I can't think of like anything specific. Maybe just like the past week I've been a little bit like demotivated, like I just like got out of school, so there's like nothing to do. And I need to get a job. That is another thing. I need money for freshman year. But yeah.
Word. Low key, like speaking of, I guess like I felt somewhat similar, but not fully. I think like Mark, you're talking about this too. Like when you're in that like execution mode, and then you finally get like the chance to like look up and breathe. Like same here, like getting out of semester and then finally having time to like readjust. I've been feeling slightly like a bum, not like a bum, like I'm not doing anything, but it's just like the direct sense of urgency isn't as strong as it like was during the season.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
know, like, general question to chat. Uh, like how y'all like usually like I don't know how to balance that.
I didn't catch that. Can you just repeat that one more time?
I guess just like how to maintain a sense of purpose if there's not one like being necessarily pushed on you externally.
That's a really hard question.
Or I guess how do you guys do it? Or I guess
Well,
like
so I would say for me, like I'm blessed like, having the connection with like I have a really good connection with the entrepreneurship at um FSU. So I'm blessed to be able to like she like literally just texts me like, hey, I think you should go to this. And then like she always like makes sure I'm busy. So I would say like having like for me, just having people around me that's like really trying to like put me on the next move kind of. That's kind of how I look at it. Or like having checklists. But even with that, it's like I can't even say like I feel like there's no way to deal with it. Like I'm not even trying to sound like one of those people that's always like, "Oh, I know the answer," because I really don't. Because I feel like I go through that all the time. And even with that, it's still like after I get this done, what am I gonna do? And then so it's like I honestly don't even know. But I definitely get what you mean though for sure. Like I feel that all the time.
no, that's hella valid. Because I'm thinking like I'm not gonna lie, a part of what like motivated the question for me is because like the people who just graduated from college, and it's like, damn, like that's gonna be me in a year, and it's like, okay, where do you like I don't know, I think it's called like the commencement blues or something like that. And it's like, okay, I finished this like milestone in life, and then now like how do I replace this hole? But I don't know. I think that's why like the move like long term is like to have a mission that is bigger than any like one institution or like stepping stone for real.
I
Um,
think like I'm sorry, my bad.
I thought, yeah, you can go for
Like
it. Uh,
like
all right. Like I was low key dealing with not dealing, but I was talking to my friend who's about to graduate as well. In like the next week or so about the same exact situation. Um, he studies CS with a double in software engineering, and you know he was lucky. He was lucky enough to get a job where he's moving to the Bay Area for his full time. And I was asking him like, you know, you're about to graduate college, and you spent the last 5 years, 4 years or so, just grinding classes. You know, like you always have something to like look for, whether it's an assignment internship in the summertime, like how will you be able to like, deal with the sense of fulfillment of not having something to like look for every day other than work? And he was telling me like he just like he has like he would try to plan out the next year of his life, but not more than a year. Like a year and a half at max, but if you go past 2 years and at that point he says like you're moving too fast, like you're going too hard or you're looking too far into the future. Like one of his coworkers, I guess it's manager, he told him to try to go for a master's so he could either like stay fresh in his studies, so he won't forget, or he'll always have something passionate to like grind for. And he was telling me like a master's for him would take about 3 years, and he was telling me about his plan, and he stopped his plan at 2 years because he said after that, then it's just too much. Like he doesn't know what will happen in 2 years. So I kind of took that, and I was like, maybe what he was trying to say is like just have a bunch of checklist wins, even if they're small or big, so you could prove to yourself that yeah, you're making progress like all the time. So like you always have like a small win to go after every time. But that was like how I deal with it.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's generally good advice. I feel like I've actually, Ruben. I think I've talked to you about like, or had a similar conversation with you about it, about like having long term goals. Actually, we did talk about this.
Yeah,
This is what we talked about
yeah,
in New York.
yeah,
And so like, I love having long term goals because like the I don't think avoiding them is like the best solution, but I think understanding that they're full of shit is just a really like that's what you're gonna like. Even like to be honest, your 1 year goal low key full of shit because like as soon as like 6 months out, bro, you don't know shit. Like you don't know what's gonna happen in 6 months, and so like even those goals are like kind of made up. And so like what I would admit is like your the clarity that like over the time horizon just decreases like exponentially. But like I think it's still like it's good to set yourself for having like I think the solution to like this problem is really like, yeah, you need shit outside of institutions, bro. And like obviously I'm gonna be the nigga that left institutions is gonna say that shit. But like I don't really have this problem no more. Cause I'll be like I have one thing, I have like I have habits and I have a long-term goal for myself in life. And so even when my even when I'm not feeling it like emotionally, being like, I need to get after it, like it doesn't matter because my habits of like my structure of my life of like, okay, I'm just gonna build and like kind of like your internal motivation, that's where it has to like kind of pick up the slack of like, okay, like who are you as a person? Are you just like that nigga that likes to grind out CS classes, or you just fundamentally a builder? And I think it's way easier to be in tech, be in engineering when you're like, I'm just gonna build things. Like for me, that's literally like my purpose is to build cool stuff. And so like I recognize like, yeah, like if like it's all outside of that. It's like this is just like me in the abstract, and so it's like yeah, I'm just gonna build stuff, and like that's who I am. That's who I'm gonna do, and like part of that like long term like that. Even the short term like burnout like doesn't exist in like that scope because it's like I don't know. You have to really recognize like internally and like who you are and like what's your motivations like. And I think that people really should do this before they graduate. I think people don't, and they're like, oh wow, I've really spent like the last 4 years like just going through day to day without like taking the time to reflect. I'm like, bro, am I even about that? Like genuinely, like people will like walk across the street and be like, bro, I don't even want to do like I'll see hear motherfuckers in like law be like, I just graduated law school. That shit ain't for me, bro. They intern one time. They're like, yo, this is not it, chief. And I'm like, bro, you should have figured that out sooner, gang. Like, yeah, but now you got to cut your losses, like, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my,
no, you got it.
yeah, just like to add on, like, just to answer the question in my own kind of like perspective with that is like, I think using decomposition for like literally everything is so like, for example, if I really want something like, I don't know, it's a bit outlandish, yeah, but that's the whole point, and it's have an outlandish goal and then break it down into something more simply. So let's say out in a year's time, I want to go to China, but actually no, that's too easy. Let's say in a year's time, we say you want to have a startup, right? Like you're gonna be able to what you want to do rather than saying working every day with a mindset that I want to make a startup or I'm working towards making my business. Rather than thinking like that, I would rather break it down into something smaller. Like for example, I want to have a working MVP in 4 weeks, and so having that yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, having things in sprints is so good. Like even just for daily, everyday like tasks. Like when I set my weekly kind of like goals, it's for it's so I can build towards something bigger. Like it's not just thinking, yeah, I'm doing this for one kind of like one thing. Like it's not general in a sense. Like you want it to really zoom in, and then once you look out, it's like a really, really massive scope. And so in the 52 weeks you have in a year, once you do that, you'll be able to come back to something like really, really fundamental rather than just like multiple individual kind of small things that didn't really matter to you. And so that's how you kind of give yourself purpose by if you have these small incremental goals, in your head, you're always working towards something. It's not saying, I want to get A star, A star, A star in my exams, right? Like it's so much that's so vague and so easy to like slip up on when people set New Year's goals. They say I want to lose 10 kg for the year, but what do you mean you want to lose 10 kg for the year? You want to lose 1 kg this week, you want to lose 2 kg the next, you want to lose 1 kg again. Like once you do that and break it down, it makes everything much more focused. It makes your life easier in order to like really achieve that goal, if you know what I mean, and have something to do outside of an institution. Because now I'm not in school, I have this kind of thing I've built up over the last few months, just constantly trying to do things in this kind of decomposed form rather than just a massive goal I set for myself and I never really achieve. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good. That's good. It is really, and goal setting is such an important thing to like do in life, but like humans are naturally really bad at it, like kind of terrible. And it's like we're just like not acclimated to like live with like a bunch of this cool like tech bullshit and like also like set goals for ourselves and like the societies that we have now are just like not bioengineered for us to be like actually navigate them that well. One
Yeah.
thing that's like interesting about like I don't know having like high fidelity goals is if your goal is kind of like too far outside of the domain that you currently exist in, setting those are actually really bad. Like for example, like the startup one, I actually think that one's like a really interesting goal because being a founder is like kind of a terrible goal. And I'm like not to pick on that, like, I kind of explain. Like what's interesting is like I've had conversations with my boys at like Stanford, and one of his like concerns is he's going back to Amazon. He was talking to me like, oh, a bunch of the kids here, they'll go and like just like want to like start startups and like do all that, and like everybody lives like really fast in like this Bay Area kind of like lifestyle of like kind of building shit, right? But the thing is like when you're 20, like bro, at university, bro, when you're our age, you don't know shit. You don't know what the actual problems are. So when we start startups, we're like we have an incomplete worldview, and then we have a product that we're trying to like find problems for, right? And when you're a founder, you don't you shouldn't try to be finding a problem as a founder. You should be like the best founders that I know, like working out of the startup space. They've been inexperienced in like their industry for like a decade, and then they're like going to solve a problem that already exists in that industry, and they're being a founder on reluctance, like almost like a oh I have to do this because no one else will and no one else is equipped to do this, and so like that's one interesting like domain that I have knowledge of. Like, yeah, I wouldn't like. I actually really actively kind of like tell people like low key avoid the startup shit until you've like you should. I think it's interesting if you want to work at a startup because that's different. You'll gain like way more like XP and just like it's like it's trial by fire, right? But like kind of understand like really like what is the goal at a high level itself before you even like try to jump into shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Um, and for like one of my long term goal is I want a like an asset management fund of like by 40 I want like 10 billion like assets under management. I don't have a clue how I'm gonna do that. Do I still want to do that? Yes, I do. I will be well. I think my 40 year at 40 I want 100 million net worth and 10 billion assets under management. Don't know. I just came up with those numbers, made up as hell. But I'm gonna try to do that shit. I don't really give a hell. Like it's just my numbers.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not gonna lie. I got a couple, I think like one statements and then questions. First, the
Yeah.
statement, I think we were talking about with like goal setting and like most people being bad at it. It reminded me of a book I read called Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. And like I would recommend it for like building up that skill. I think like the framework it produces or like introduces around that is very useful. And also what you mentioned about like how the environment we're in is low-key just like a setup to make you bad at it. Because like the framework or like analogy that it used that I think sticks with me is like the like homing missile analogy of like, okay, the better that you can define the target, the more likely it is that you can like course correct to keep yourself on that same path. And so the question I think I had for you was just like, yeah, first it was, I guess, like the question for the chat in general was like, okay, what is y'all current conception of like the long-term play? Like, what do you guys aim at? I think is my question. And then you already said it. You're like, all right, I want 100 M's and 10 bill under management. And then I guess the follow-up question, in addition to like the what, is why? Like, why you need that much money? Like why you
Bro, I
need?
need that much money. Bro, okay. There's like, to be clear, I obviously don't need $100 million. Like the fuck. That's so ludicrous, bro. Bro, it's such a like a funny thing. It's like for me, like okay, I got to 100 mil off of like the craziest like social calculation. 100 million ish is about the number where money can't really buy you that much shit after. Like as an individual, and the reason why I say that is 100 million can get you a private jet. And that is effectively the last luxury in your life that has meaningful impact because a private jet can buy you time and control. And like you can literally travel and go anywhere. And so past like a private jet, you're getting into like yacht and just like super mansion territory, and those have no actual marginal utility on your life. And so really like the 100 mil, it's like kind of like I'm just like basing out basically like PJ numbers. And so like if that turns out to like 150, 200, right, that's like the monetary, not the goal. It's really I want the extent of the marginal utility that I can gain out of life. And that's that what that looks like. I want to be able to literally buy time because it's like obviously the one shit we can't get back. And so like nigga, I want that shit. Fuck that. Like and basically like the 100 billion, bro, I want control, bro. That's like I'm like low key evil with that shit. Like, bro, there's so many things and like that I see. In,
That nigga Mark not.
yeah, like to be honest, like there's so many problems that I see in like tech and like even like my home country Ethiopia that it's like, bro, if even with better understanding of like like capital structures and formations and just better infrastructure in general, and it's like having the power of a nation to literally direct infrastructure is like, yeah, I want that. I want to be able to do that, bro. And so it's like, how can I build out infrastructure for me and my people? I just need a shit ton of money. And like, it's 100, like I want 10 billion assets under management, not 10 billion personal like net worth. And those are different because what 10 billion assets under management is I've convinced like I am a gardener. I trust 10 billion in trust is effectively what that is. And it's like, I want people to genuinely believe in me and my mission. And in order to do that, I have to be so driven and like excellence, like, and just like exude that, yes, I am trustworthy. I can build the infrastructure that like the population of my country and like even in like the states would need, like rebuilding government from the ground up for data infrastructure. And so it's like there's so much to be done in like so many capital markets and like the West and like prioritization of infrastructure within like the global South has just been horrid for the past like century. And it's like, bro, all that shit needs to change. And I'm like, I'm doing low key, it's out of reluctance. Like nobody else is looking to do this shit. Like I'm gonna do that shit. Fuck everybody else, bro.
Why not me? And I'm not gonna lie, something like that you just said that like reminded me of like something that's really interesting is like around the assets under management isn't about like the number value itself, but like what that number represents. And then I guess like a question that popped into my mind isn't really like in regards to Ethiopia, because I've been thinking about the same things in relation to Haiti, is like, do you think that even if you just had enough money, it would be enough? And I think that's why like it's the interesting part is that you switched it from like just the number to like the influence that's like trust that that number signifies. Because like
Yeah.
the main, I think like the I don't know, like you said, like you don't have even the correct conception of the problem while you're still in like the bubble of university, and like I'm only beginning to like, oh yeah, because I remember like I think it was like having traveled to the DR and then like seeing like, oh shit, like this is what is like currently the bottlenecks, and also realizing like it's even if I just tried to build something or like I engineered a solution, it's like that shit's not getting deployed unless you find a way to get actual people who are there, because if not, if you just try to send bread, they're gonna embezzle the hell out of that shit. It's happened.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like that's like the reality. And so it's like, bro, I'm not even in Ethiopia like that. And so it's like I like the things that my goals now are proxy goals, right? And it's not even that like it's weird because it's like it's high fidelity in the sense that they're numbers, but the numbers aren't actually the goal. They're like tangential to the goal, and I'm aware of that. Like you're aware of that shit too. And so it's like when I like it like what I'm trying to do is like avoid like this founder thing where it's like, oh, that is technically high fidelity, but it does lose the sense of like why you would even do that. And so like for me, it's like, okay, when trying to genuinely shape and rebuild infrastructure in a country, I know I need capital, but I also need like the social trust and the social influence. And like everything, like what's interesting is like trust is a fundamentally the most first principles idea there exists. Like money exists is like money, debt, like prestige, like all of these things are just trust. They're
Built
just
up.
layers.
Yeah. Like and you
Yeah,
need to
like, yeah. And so it's like one of my friends, he is a partner at Harlem Capital. They manage like 200 million, and we're talking, and he's like how they're thinking about getting money from like limited partners, like these sovereign wealth funds, is like we have to produce content because our portfolio isn't like like not old enough for any like major exits, right? So it's a new firm, and so it's like they're thinking like from the capital markets perspective, how do you garner trust? And so it's like trust is truly the most first principles thing in any society. And so it's like first, it's like, bro, in like the global south, bro, there's so like everybody's innately lacking trust. And so you don't even have like the embezzlement concern is crazy. And so we first have to like even like go like overcome this trust barrier, and then we can start deploying capital in meaningful ways. But until you've done that, then it's like there's so many problems.
no bull. Mark, I'm curious like what your thoughts on this are because I'd seen you nodding a little bit earlier. Oh shit. Also, my bad. Yo, wait, before we get into that, what's good, Saugat? I forgot. If you want to give like a quick little intro. He might be AFK.
Ooh, shit, I got
Yeah, it seems like he's AFK. But yeah, so until he pops back up, Mark, do you have any thoughts that you'd like to share?
Oh, hello. My bad. My bad. So, what was the ending comment? I had to tune out for a second. What was?
Oh, trust is everything. Like it's the most first principles idea in human societies.
Oh yeah,
And if
man.
you
I love how you speak, man. You definitely have it. You have a gift, bro. Because like you
oh
articulated everything that I think, but in words. Because that's exactly how I feel. I just want to be able to say it like that.
yeah,
That was great, bro. Because it's like
appreciate it.
if I were to say it, it would sound a lot more like just wouldn't sound like it. Yours made more sense, but like yeah, bro, I definitely agree with everything you said. And that's amazing, bro. And that's exactly how I am too. In terms of my goals, man, I want to be like my net worth over 1 million by 25. That's why I've been like really locked in on this like app development thing because like it's crazy what you could do now with AI. And like one of my boys, or my
Hey,
boys,
wait. You get on convex.dev. Shameless plug, by the way.
Yes, sir.
which
Yes,
one?
sir.
Convex.dev. It's a backend as a service. We'll make your agentic apps faster and more in
Really?
real life. Yeah,
Because
I
I
built
use
it.
super right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be fresh.
So yeah, one of my boys or my boys, I had a few conversations with him, but he made Cal AI and he just sold his app for like 300 million. And then like me seeing that and also seeing like other apps too like go crazy. That's why I've been like I feel like that's gonna be like my route in terms of right now, like building something up and selling to a bigger company. So like that's my goal by 25.
Word. I guess like I'm not familiar with what Cal AI does, but I guess do you have like a specific sector that you'd want to like do that in, or is it just like means to an end more so?
So what do you mean?
I guess like the way you described it, build an app then sell it. I think there's like a black box thing going on with like what is the app and like how will it gain the value of $300 million? And I think that is somewhat dependent on like alignment between product market fit or like alignment between product and the individuals that are using it. And I guess like I'm curious if there's like anything that's specifically calling you, or is it just like this is something that I can make money from, so why not?
Oh no, so for me, my app, like I feel like it's so unique as a like college student, especially like freshmen coming in. that like you go into everybody's going to the same like campus facilities, right? The same campus gym because no one really wants to go buy a freaking membership anywhere else. And not only that, most students don't want to like pay for a personal trainer too. So there's like a lot of kids that just want to get big on the campus gyms and they don't really know people in the gym because if they try to go to like with their friend, their boy's just gonna drop out. Or like there's nothing like to give you structure for those specific gyms. You could like you're gonna spend all day scrolling trying to find a split, and like there's just a like it's a very unique like place to have an app. So basically, what my app does is it has like camp. I'm building it like right. It has like campus leaderboards and stuff.
Mm.
I'm working on it right now. But like there's campus leaderboards, it gamifies like your lives and it like and also like you can match kind of like it's a blind dating like thing if you want to get a gym partner. So it's like I feel like in terms of like how I want to grow it right now, I'm just I'm trying to build it really big on college campuses and maybe long term like sell it to like a gym or something like that. Like right now, I'm just focused on like having my boys try it out and like really just beta testing it, going out to competitions, talking to people about it, seeing like because it's like he was saying like it's all about like actually solving a problem. Like you can't like try to. But like I feel like I'm solving the problem. But like if you guys want to, let me know if you have any ideas too. Like I'm just trying to wing it, man.
If anything, I was thinking like because I think it would depend a bit. Like, are you trying to make it like conquer one campus at a time? Because if not, I'm thinking like it would synergize actually like pretty well with like the community already. Like I know so like they're not like I guess like I'm thinking like Arnav for example. Like I know Saugat he's AFK right now, but he be working out like Tari as well. Like we've had like I guess like at the end of the meetings we do like
Yo, I'm here.
you good? What's good, Saugat? But pretty much like we have like an ongoing thing of like, okay, if you don't hit XYZ goals, you gotta run. But I feel like it would integrate pretty well, like, all right, set a challenge for the group of like everybody gotta hit your PRs.
That's
And I feel
exactly what it does. You're you're
and so I feel
you're
like
on point, man.
this would be a place you could potentially beta test. I don't know. I feel like come to a couple more meetings though first, because I don't want to just like I would like to set up some sort of barrier to having like items promoted, but like that would be the idea, like having it be an ecosystem. Because I guess like I don't know. The general question going around is like, okay, what is y'all vision slash goals? And I also think it's an interesting way to see like be able to help each other. Even though but like one of my goals for this summer is like expanding the community aspect of my personal brand slash like the LearnWell stuff that this is like basically widening the net. And I feel like those goals seem to align because like more people in the community means more potential beta testers for anybody who's trying to build shit. But also, so got if you're back at keyboard, would you mind doing a little self intro?
Yeah, I got you. Greetings, everyone. My name is Saugat. I'm a rising senior right now at the University of Florida. Um, man, my fault. I'm doing that. If that notification came on, but anywho,
Hey, get your back.
senior right- I'm a sports journalism major. I went to high school with Ruben, so that's how we know each other. That's like one of my best friends. And what do you call it? You said like goals right now.
Yeah. So it's like I think what was it? Loki, I guess if you want to start with like what you're doing for this summer.
Okay, yeah. So for this summer, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm just trying to get my bread up right now, and
Okay.
I'm saving up for a car because I'm tired of being a pedestrian. Like I do know like a good amount of folks to where like I can usually get a ride like damn near anytime. Like especially like being in a fraternity and then like being in Progressive Black Men Incorporated as well. It's like I got like two brotherhoods where I can rely on other people for rides, but it's like I feel bad doing it every single time. You feel me?
Mm.
And I'm just like, nah, like I gotta get a whip. I'm getting into grown man territory, you know. Um, but other than that, like I got a little internship with like ESPN Gainesville lined up for the summer to end it off, like summer B, like just in July. And then to be honest, like moving forward, I don't know if journalism is the route for me. Like, is it Rob? like who was saying it earlier. He was just like people don't be knowing what they want to do like after all that schooling, and like I'm glad that like given how involved I've been on campus and like all the things I've done within my organization, like it started to make me realize like what I really want to do and like where my passions lie. And I feel like my passions more so lie in like serving the community and like giving back to not just like a school or like the community, but like specifically like students and like being a mentor to like students that come after me, just like the same way that others were to me, and like how big of an impact they had on my life and how big of an impact they've been able to have on others' lives as well. And so like that's why I've been like pivoting more into education and higher education as like I had an education minor on just now, so like my fall semester is like strictly education classes, damn near. And then it's also because like I was gonna graduate early too. I'm like I'm not trying to graduate early. I'm not even gonna hold you because I was like I didn't know what I was gonna do, and then like I feel like now I do know what I want to do, and then I got into a fellowship like this past week for like education and going into higher education, which is good because like it matches me with like a one-on-one mentor that's already in the field, and just like being around people that are already in that field, like I was like damn, like I've been able to accomplish more and like get my footing in higher education as like a major and like a field within a month as opposed to like me being in sport journalism for 3 years. And it's like given like I was given opportunities, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I'm not gonna say like UF journal J school is ass or anything. It's not. It's a great school. Professors are great. It's just that like I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Like the environment is like bro, like sometimes like having like a competitive environment really makes you see like everyone's true colors. And it's
Yeah.
like folks be slimy, bro. Like folks are real deal slimy. Like there's a lot of people that are snakes. And especially like as a man, it's like like as a minority individual, and it's like a certain way you talk is like going to get you a whole lot of weird looks. I'm not gonna hold you. J school at UF is full of Miami Cubans, and if you know how Miami Cubans rock, yo, like bro, it's
Yeah.
like no, bro, no. It's like bro, y'all only play the minority card when that shit is like useful for you. Every other time you white, I promise you. It's like bro, all right, bro. Like I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm out of this shit, bro. Like thankfully, like my DP for like my frat, like he was able to get a job in meteorology and he's out. But it's like now that like most of the people that I know within the J school are out, it's like the folks that are there strictly just like either like white people or Miami Cubans and like a couple like sprinkled here and there like other minority individuals that are pretty like gentrified.
Damn.
So it's definitely interesting. But like I'm not even gonna like professors are mad cool though. Like I'll say that like those professors I've had like good personal connections with them and it's like they say what's up every single time they see me still and it's always all been love. So yeah.
Bro.
But yeah. I'm excited for like what higher education got in store for me. Just cause like bro, like I
Mm.
feel like I finally have been like I feel like college has finally been worthwhile. And it's like that's crazy to say, but it's like, okay, like now we're not just going through motions, like we actually got like opportunities lined up.
Loki. I guess I still want to go on this like, oh, what is y'all goals overall? But I think, yeah, part of me is curious like what the overall chat's thoughts on in terms of like is college a worthwhile experience? Because of like Robel, I think you are a shining example of like you can be successful without having gone to college. And I feel like I don't know.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up, nigga. Nah. Yeah, college is 100% worth it. I, actually, that's the one thing I'm scared of is like people thinking that I have that opinion or like this is a very like SF tech bro mindset is like, oh, college isn't worth it. Like those niggas at Palantir who are literally like a cancer to the earth, swear I'll die by that, that they are just evil. But like, not like I am able to do the things that I did because I went to undergraduate. I just left early because I had like it's opportunity cost, right? When you're 18, 19, bro, you don't have opportunity to do shit, nigga. And so like the best thing you can do in high school is to try to get scholarships to then go to college, have that shit paid for as much as you can, and then like that's when you can hustle up opportunities from nowhere. Because like literally nowhere else in life is going to give you connections and access and resources like a great institution will, like a great like academic environment will. And you can meet the best people in the world if you're at a great university. And it's like, bro, you need those. Like especially early on, bro. Like I'm not gonna be like I met my CEO through a connection from Princeton while I was in Seattle working at Amazon that I got on full scholarship. That shit started from university, bro. Like I don't want to hear no like niggas better not drag me into their anti-college bullshit. I'm not with it. You niggas need to go to college, bro. That's it. I don't care if you finish college. I want niggas to go to college to experience that shit, to actually hustle up. Because when you're ambitious, that's the highest margin utility you could possibly do.
Real talk. Hmm.
Anyway,
And then,
I actually have to catch a train. I'm sorry. I'll let you all go. But now that I've done my high horse fucking spiels, I'll see
now,
y'all. Take care, bros.
if you mic'd out for real, appreciate you pulling that game.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Or But Mark, I was also curious, like, what your perspective was, because you like transferred to UF, right? Or not UF, to FSU, right?
Yeah, I transferred to FSU.
I don't know. How do you feel about having done so, like, now that you're there?
I would say, yeah, kind of what he was saying. Like the opportunities at FSU is like unmatched. Like the amount of people I've met, like I said, like if you get like you have to like really use the network that's there. But like he was saying too, if you're a hard worker, like I feel like you see it all the time too. Like teachers just gravitate to you more than other students if they just see that like you actually have like you're a critical thinker and can hold conversations and stuff. So I would say like if you're a hustler, you got to bring that hustler mentality to school, and then you're just gonna stand out in the like 1%. Because like even for me in entrepreneurship, like I'm getting these I'm not an entrepreneurship major, but
Mm,
I'm competing representing entrepreneurship majors because the entrepreneurship majors at school, they're building like clothing brands or like there's no hate on clothing brands, but like they're not like he was saying like solving a real problem and like deciding it. So it's like I would say like if you're a real hustler, like bringing it to school, you'll really stand apart from the rest. And like they will give you the resources and everything they have to like really make your ideas go to the next level.
real talk. Loki,
How do you feel about that?
college, I would say, yeah, like, I would agree with both you and Robel in the sense that, like, this, I think the caveat I would add is like don't go there for a Mickey Mouse major. Like don't waste the opportunity that is college. Like I don't know. I would lean towards like go to college for something like a STEM degree versus like I don't know if you go to for like psychology. It's like I don't know what the employment options are looking like in terms of that. However, another thing I guess I was like interested or like that occurred to me when listening to Saugat is like even if you don't, I guess, like finish out with journalism in particular, there's still skills that you learn as a result of like having gone down that path that you can then like interweave with your other path. So I feel like, for example, even with like like you can take journalism into education, like you learned how to write, you learned how to like dissect text and like get a message across effectively. And I feel like in that case, like the work works on you more than you work on it, which in my opinion is like another reason to go to college.
Yeah. All my friends that stayed back home, like I'm starting to see more so of this separation. Like one of my boys just literally he got locked up or arrested. And that was like I've known him since like growing up. And one of my other boys, he's not doing well either. And these are people like I grew up with, went to church with. And it's like I definitely I'm starting to see like my friends that went to college versus my friends who didn't. Like and it's sad sometimes, isn't it?
Cool. But Loki, probably gonna wrap it up here. And then we didn't have time to get to it today, but I think like next Sunday we should do the thing where we like set like the weekly goals with the stakes and accountability.
Oh, that's a
But
W. So what's the purpose of these meetings too? I was wondering that.
I would say like it's a mixture of like having a place to hang out and just like people who are on like similar wavelength of being like entrepreneurial and like goal oriented. But then also like the idea is like okay, like yeah, if we had time to run through the entire agenda, it would be like okay, what were your goals for last week? What of those did you accomplish? And if you didn't, what is your now punishment? So
It's
like
hard.
to have the accountability between people. It was like, okay, what is your goals? All right, you said this in the group, and so like, if you're being a bum, we all gonna see it. No bull. And then that's what I'm thinking. Like, if you have like the app, because like Robel had made this like since he's a software engineer, he like made some like thing called wager. So like within the Discord community, you could like natively enter in what your like commitment was for the week or whatever. And I feel like I want to like over the summer I want to integrate more things like that. Like I think like because a lot of people lift in the group chat as well. So like throwing in something like Gainiac would be tough as well. Like all right, what do you
Yeah,
actually? How long are you actually running? Like we got like a Strava group for like that similar purpose.
bro, that's literally what Gainiac is. Literally Strava for the gym. That's the like the catchphrase, bro.
So like if
What
anything, you're gonna sell to a company, bro, sell to somebody like that.
That's what I was thinking too. There's so many ways. I'm just like focused on like building it up. But like, what's your like main like thing right now? Is it like the social media or
Me, I would say like yeah, like I think my highest grossing like income stream is using the social media to gain leads for the consulting business. Because that's like my highest ROI. Like I could charge like 200 an hour. And
what's your consulting?
college essays, essentially, like college essay strategy in particular. And so like the actual deliverable service is me hopping on a Zoom call and like, okay, what prompts are you working with? What schools are you looking into? And like helping them frame the essentially like the way that they sell themselves.
Wow. How long have you been doing that for?
I would say like in terms of like actually pushing for it, like first the offer was SAT tutoring, and then like I was realizing by talking to the clients that like, oh, you want the SAT a little bit, but more so you want the guarantee, like, hey, yeah, I'm trying to get into this school. That's why I'm even taking the SAT. And so I'm like, let me just go for the higher value like offer here. And so that
Mhm.
was like yes, bro. Like that was junior year when I switched from SAT to admissions consulting.
Bro, this
And
is Jordan, bro.
what'd you say?
So this is Wetmaster, bro.
Hey, bro, no bullshit. But then, yeah, been like I guess like whenever October was until now.
That's fire, bro. Are you thinking about like scaling that and like, or do you have like this other idea you're trying to do, or like, do you think that's gonna get you to your millions?
Nah, definitely not. Like I think it's useful. Like I think the reason why it works is because it has like almost zero margin. If I were to scale it, I think it would mostly look like content that gets scaled. Like I don't think I'd want to be like if I were to build out a team of admission consultants, the amount of like quality control I would have to do is not as useful. I think just like having a setup of like, okay, if I really need to, I can sell meetings with myself for like 200. Like I'm trying to get my hourly rate to be like I need like a band or two for you to talk to me. And that's why like the content for me is useful. Like to that point, like everything is built on trust, right? And so like I'm trying to go the route of like paid speaking engagements. Like I don't know if I forgot who I told about this, but like basically HBCU prep school basically it's like a like black parents group chat reached out to me like, hey yo, can you come hop on the Zoom call? And like during the Zoom call, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, throw out your like Cash App or like Zelle information or whatever. And then I think in total from like the donations I ended up getting, I got like a band just for like, and mind you, the crazy part about this too is like I took that call while I was in Jamaica with my boys, low key gone off the run punch, bro. Like we got back from the beach and I'm like, oh damn, I gotta hop on this. And like, bro, I'm low key like I started it off kind of like rough. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry my words, but it's like I'm just speaking from my experience. And it's like to that point what Robel was saying about like I'm setting secondary goals and like to a degree, I want to be a founder. Like you can call it a couple different things, but long term, I want to set up a system such that I can get paid for being myself and like content
Zach,
to like okay I can scale that by like okay I can that's why if you saw me before I hopped on this I was on the Q&A and so it's like literally I'm just on the Q&A yapping these people and then it's like building that trust and then eventually like if I can be a paid speaker that's easy method bro.
yes, bro. That's crazy. It's crazy how money works too. Like the fact that you made $1,000 without even like knowing you were gonna make $1,000. It's like how could that be like replicated to like do that more? But it's just crazy. Like it just happened like that. That's amazing, bro.
I would say no actually that's a really great question like I think like thank you because like yeah I think it's an interesting thought exercise of like how did that happen and I think it was like work had been planted even before that because like yeah, I think that was like the value that I recouped in that scenario had been created like a good while back because
Oh
like the
yeah.
lady who had even reached out to me was like, "Oh yeah, I've been watching your videos for like a year." And so it's like to that point of being trust. But then in terms of like, okay, like money model, what happened there? That's like crowdsourcing and like a pay as you will with enough like goodwill built up, like letting people pay what they want. Like, and thinking about the customer that you're marketing to, those are all like low-key Jack and Jill sorts. And so like if
Mhm.
you're a rich customer and then you have a bunch of goodwill and it's like, okay, just give what you can. If give what you can means different things to people in different tax brackets. So I would say just
Yeah.
like make rich black people like
Means you did that with the like without like asking. Imagine if you like what your number could have been if you actually asked. You get what I'm saying? Like that's them giving it goodwill. Like what if you asked? Because they're you get what I'm saying? They're not gonna give you as much as the value if you're not asking for the value. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
So what would it be if they this is crazy, bro.
Was a call to action and if it was like framed as like because yeah I'm thinking like bro if it was really just like oh yeah and I think the best ask is if it's not even like don't make it like oh yeah support me like that works to a degree like if they like you enough but like if it's support this vision or support this movement or like even if it is low-key still supporting you but it's like support me so that I can do this thing I think that's like the
Yeah.
most effective version of that ask as well.
Mm-hmm. I got a question for you, bro. So if
What's
you
up?
were in my shoes, right?
Sir
So
Masan?
if you were in my shoes, right, and
Uh
you were growing up an app that for college campuses, and you want to start out with your school, because I think Tallahassee is a great place to grow because it has FSU and FAMU. That's like
MBU.
two of the biggest like party school and HBCU. So we got culture over here. How
Mm.
would you like go about marketing that type of app? Because right now I did push-up competitions and I've been just going to all the events with the entrepreneurship. Would you keep like what how would you go about that? And I also have like the personal account that I'm posting on and then like the main account. But like what how would you go about that overall?
I would say like especially on a college campus like my ideal vector should be like word of mouth. Because like
Yeah.
in marketing in general, like the strongest like referral you could ever get is like, hey, yo, my homeboy told me to hop on this thing. And so I yeah, and like what you were doing about like let me go to the events, let me go find where these people are. I think like okay, like your ideal, like I would start from like, okay, who's the target customer? Like it is
Yeah, I go
somebody
to the gym every day, bro. I leave with that at least 2 followers on the Instagram, bro.
literally.
So you would just do that. Would you can you think of anything like like
I,
that would really stand out? I just bought, bro.
huh.
I bought
I was gonna say the next place my mind went to was like getting groups and like you mentioned like you have the like frat culture and like
yeah,
that's like you that you can like take advantage of them being a hive mind low key.
yeah,
Nah,
man.
most def, bro.
They're throwing the most love, man. But I just bought this. It's like a 10 pound weight, right? A plate. About to spray paint it red and write
Mm.
everyone's name who like made an account with Ganiac. So I'm thinking of like stuff like that too, like creative like ways to get people involved. I just gave out like $300 in like Chipotle gift cards. I'm probably gonna do that like again for like people who track their workouts for a week.
Hey,
Like,
also like I was gonna say also like find like okay who currently holds influence at FSU. Like probably if you could okay I'm thinking like FSU has an actual football team. Um
yeah.
even smaller than
Oh,
that. You know, are there influencers at FSU and or like even
you
just
speak, bro. This is the football
Yo,
player right
Jude Kafour, bro. Jude
yeah
Kafour.
hit up Jude Kafour hit
now.
up
I was
Caleb.
about to go his Instagram too, bro.
Nah, like G shit though. Like Jude would probably be able to help out with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
swole as
And
hell.
like swinging back to what you said about like the frat culture. Like I mean, like shit, me and Jude in the same frat, so it's like not only can you tap in with like one chapter, but especially within like D9 culture.
yeah,
I feel like folks just like spread that shit like wildfire. If like one chapter using it, then you can be like, yo, tap your other chapters in, and next you know, like you could low key make that shit like a competition within like chapters within the
Yes,
state
bro.
or region, national level. Like, bro, there's like multiple ways you can go about this.
yeah, man. That's fine. I didn't even think about like really tapping in with like the D9, bro. I would have got involved with D9 if I didn't like transfer, but like I felt like coming in junior, bro, was
Yeah.
overwhelming. So
You
that
already
sucks,
graduated?
huh?
You already graduated?
Nah, I actually pushed my like. That's why I smiled when you said you were thinking about adding or like you extended your graduation because that's what I did. Like I was supposed to
Yeah.
graduate this semester, but like man, I want to like milk this process more. So like I'm pushing like the school just gave me like 5 bands to build this app. Like the school throws money like because of like philanthropy stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I like push my graduation because even next semester, like there's more competitions they want. There's one competition they want to send me with. Like the grand prize for that's like 20 bands. So it's like I see
Sheesh.
all the. That's what I'm saying. It's like I see all those opportunities. Like I can't leave yet. Like I want to see where this takes me.
Yeah, I mean, shit. It's still never like too late for you to get involved too, bro.
Man, I only got
Like,
like a semester left. I'm trying to build this.
not even undergrad. I'm saying like just like grad chapters exist too. You know,
Word.
like you get tapped in with those as well.
I've heard about that. But yeah, I think the D9 Jude already. I think Jude got like one of the highest streaks on my app right now. I think he's at like 18 or some shit. So Jude's
Yeah.
tapped in right now. He's
Hey, bro.
showing real love.
No bull. Yeah, I think really like that's the method. Like using like what cultural symbols or like pillars exist within the current community and like getting their cosigns and then like leaning on that spirit of competition that exists within like athletes, not even just athletes, but like people who are into their fitness, like Ayo, bro, but like look at the number go up though. And like you better
Yeah, I agree. That's tough, bro.
But yeah, gang, I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like that in terms of like, oh yeah, purpose of this like space, I think I want it to serve that purpose as well. Like, ayo, bounce ideas off of each other and just like come out with even cooler stuff. And then like, yeah, to that point, like, ayo, this video, right? This is recorded. I'm not gonna lie, this is turning into clips. And then you had like a couple clips of you explaining yourself. And so I'm gonna post that shit, add you as collaborator.
Oh shoot, I got clipped.
Drop out and from quick.
I got clipped. No way. Bro, Ruben, where are you from, bro?
I'm from West Palm. Me and Saugat from the same spot.
You're from West, bro. We should have linked up when I was in Palm Beach, bro.
Shit.
I
When you
hate you, bro. I'm gonna be down south June 6th to June 9th, and then I'm leaving for Chicago. Then I'm gonna be in Tallahassee just grinding.
were okay, okay.
Are you down there the whole summer?
Nah, I'm okay. So like, I'm here until the 4th of June. Then I'm in Boston for like 2 days. Then I'm in South Africa from the 7th of June to the 19th. I'm gonna be like from June 20th through July 20th. Right now, it's just like nomad shit. Like I got an apartment in Boston for that time, but then
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta for a little bit. I'm gonna dip to Texas for a little bit. I'm pretty so like, hey, if there's you said you're gonna be in Chicago,
Yeah, bro.
though for how long? From which dates?
June 12th to June 17th.
I'm just out of country for that. But you said
Damn.
you're in Tallahassee?
Yeah, I'm just chilling in Tallahassee the rest of the summer, just hitting the gym, eating right. That's the thing too. To answer your question, I thought about it too as we were talking more, like how I've been keeping myself occupied. Cause like I feel you with this, like I really have nothing to do now with like class and stuff. Like I've been like really locked in with like my health. Like I've been eating like really clean. Other than I just had Chinese food. This is my cheat day. But like other than that, like I've been eating straight like chicken, like learning how to cook and stuff, and like going to the gym like 6 days a week. So I've
Oh
been
yeah.
locked in Tally, man. So
Oh yeah. But
bro,
Tari, what are you friends say?
we gotta get lifting, bro. When I'm down south,
Say that.
or sometime, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, like in that time period, I might take a trip to Tally. Oh no, I'm gonna be next to I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it from Georgia, but I'm gonna be nomad travels, bro. It could happen this summer. I don't know.
That's real. And wait, what's your name, fam? That how do you say your name? Saget?
It's Saugat.
So God,
Yes,
bro, let me
sir.
tell you your IG, bro, because you one of the chillest people I've known from UF, bro.
Word of bro.
Bro, what's your Instagram, bro?
It's Rangeman Films _ Saugat.
Underscore.
Y'all both are in the IG group chat.
Okay, bet. Cause UF dudes, quick story, bro. So one of my competitions I went to, I met a dude in UF and he was like the only brother there. So I was thinking like, oh, that's my dog. And I was like hyped to see him. I was like,
Yo,
yeah,
what was his name? What was his name?
oh, bro, fuck. He has his app called Beach Lens.
Shit, I
Yo,
have no idea.
yo, I met him too. That's yeah. Hey
Look,
man.
Look, so I met him and I was like, yo, this might be a brother. I was happy to see him, bro. When I tell you, like, this man, he like, bro, afterwards he told me about he was telling me he has a connection with Red Bull and stuff. And he wants to tell me, like, I asked him, like, yo, bro, could you put me on who's there at FSU? And he was like, rule number one, you can't put on or you can't he just on some BS, bro. Like, he couldn't put me on, bro. And he was just on some like size and stuff the whole time. Like, that was my impression of UF niggas though. Like that, you know who I'm talking about though?
I have
Yeah.
no idea. I need a name or some shit. Oh shit.
You probably
Was it
seen
he a tall lad or you follow him?
yeah.
All right,
His
but
name, look, this nigga right here. Iman. Or this dude, bro.
To the beach.
who the fuck is this?
Actually reflect who we are as people.
Bro,
Right now, it looks
this
pretty
dude right here, bro.
Yo, I don't think I've seen this person.
He go to UF, bro. And like, when I tell you, like, me and my man's, like, because I went out to a competition with my boy, we were just like, yo, like, he wouldn't even like dab us up, bro. Like, I was trying to dab him, but he was shaking my head.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I would say this, like whoever Birdie is, like he don't be around Black youth is what I'll say.
Bro, I know. That's what I was like, yo, this UF, like, I'm glad I don't go here, man.
Yeah.
All skin folk is kinfolk, bro. I learned that the hard way too, bro. It get wicked, bro. But all right, y'all boys. I gotta step, but pleasure talking to y'all. Gotta run it back next week, same
All
time.
right, bro.
Boys.
See you lot later.
Cheers. Cheers.